Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Tele-Story. So happy to have you all with us this evening. I'm really excited for this one in particular because I'm really excited to hear Stoic story.
They're always fun.
For those who have their first time hanging out with us, we are doing a kind of like a telephone game story. So one of our characters tells a story about some time in their past before we all met each other in the Everwind Chronicles. And then that person sends it to the next person in line. They get to listen to it one time, try to remember what they heard, record themselves recanting that story, send it to the next person, so on, so on, so on, until everyone has recorded. And then we all come together and we laugh at the ridiculousness.
It's jagged up.
Remember stories.
Yeah.
So again, like I said,
train wreck.
Yep. So again, this one is a nice one because this one is Stoic story tonight, and we have had some amazing stories so far with wild.
I'm glad Stoic can fix that.
And it's nice to have you here because
you're here.
Hello.
Mondays are hard.
Mondays are hard.
I have to adult on Mondays.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's no fun.
But Mondays suck for adulting.
Yeah.
Actually, so do
does.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays,
I mean, what
Thursdays.
day doesn't suck for adulting?
Yeah.
Come on.
But Sunday, Mondays are
True.
supposed to be happy days.
No, that's
Wednesday,
Saturday,
Friday.
Sunday. Happy day.
Oh, okay. What a day.
What a day.
What a day. Grooving on with-
Tuesday. No, Tuesday, Wednesday are happy days. My bad. I got my.
See,
Numbers mixed up. You're right.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
We're not going with a Monday start calendar week. We're going with a Sunday start calendar week.
Sunday, Monday.
The important thing is that you got to get down
Tuesday,
on Friday.
Because it's Friday. Friday.
Yeah.
Got to get down
On Friday.
on Friday.
On Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monday wasn't everything, or wasn't cracked up. Oh man, I lost it. I had it. I had the word.
Has it been your week, or month, or even your year?
It was all I hoped it would be. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Bingo.
I remember the word.
All the cliche weekday songs together.
Yeah.
It's like everyone take 5. All right. So Danny, do you have any thoughts, feelings, ideas, concepts, nerves, worries?
It was harder than I thought it was going to be to write like a story about the past, because like I sat down and I was like, had to channel Stoic, and I'm like, what would he say? Like, he doesn't like to talk about himself, and he doesn't have like a lot of stories he wants to share. And I was like, I really got down to it, he'd be like, I was a kid. Like, that's it. End story. But I didn't think
actually remember that one.
good. Yeah, so I had to expand a little bit. So I think he did all right, but we will see.
Well, you might have done all right, but us did.
I mean, I enjoyed what I got. I hope it's remotely close to it, because it was a pretty entertaining story as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
Am I the only who thought it was like really sad? Did that not make it past my story? My version?
Thank you, Jed.
Sad.
Yeah, Stoic's kind of sad.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Tragic backstory.
I guess mine did have some sadness in it. I
Yeah.
got the last piece, so I got probably the most, far from the truth off everybody here. So it's like, mine wasn't that sad, man. Everyone must have like twisted some joy into it.
Well, I'm excited to see how south this goes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Quickly.
As we're in North Carolina, it can get still further south. So.
That again.
All right, friends. So without much ado, but all ado, let us hear the story of Stoic Songsteel.
Greetings, Stoic here. So I'm excited to tell you a story about my youth. As you may know, I grew up in a temple, and I was the only half-orc in that temple, and, well, kind of drew a little bit of attention, especially from one boy named Kenneth. He was a young paladin, And him and his buddies would take every chance they could just to treat me as their human punching bag. And I took it for the most part, because anytime I'd fight back, I'd end up just getting beat by the head priest for acting up. I mean, they did take me in, so it's a little tough. But there was this one time when Kenneth decided to sneak up behind me while I was cleaning out the retrieves, which, if you don't know, is a shitter. Well, it was nasty. And he snuck up behind me, but I saw him coming. I moved out of the way and I tripped him, and he fell face first in the big old bucket of turds. And it was glorious. It made me so happy, but he was not happy with me, and I took off running. I ran, stayed out overnight in the woods. Couldn't stop laughing the whole night. But then some of the other paladins found me, brought me back to the temple, and, well, I couldn't move for probably about 3 days after the head priest got done with me. Still worth it. That, and it was kind of nice because for the 3 days that I was held up in my room, the only person that's nice to me, this old man, Sebastian, one of the priests there, he would come in and he would sing to me and told me, that the music would heal me. And it did, I guess, in ways. I mean, it was awful nice, but still, best day of my life, man. That guy, even after I healed up and came out, every time he walked through the halls, all the other guys would hold their nose. And, well, it made it worth it. And that's my story.
All right.
I feel like it was fairly close by the time that got to me. I feel like it was
It
fairly
lost
close.
some of the sparkle from when, like, by the end.
Yeah. I lost sparkle. I definitely did.
I mean, there were some
so weird.
Yeah, there were some changes that I got, and I'm like,
yeah, shitter and turd did not come to me that I remember.
No, yeah, there's some flair I definitely missed.
Bucket of turds.
Mm-hmm. Plus, definitely, Sebastian was somebody different.
yeah, yep. I feel like by the time that I got the story, it was almost like a sad to kind of sweet, like a bittersweet story by the time it got to me. And so that's kind of why I was like, it was a sad story? What?
Yeah. Stoics is a lot funnier than, like, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That worked out pretty, like, I felt we're getting better at this than we had in the past.
Because we just need to make the stories longer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be longer because people are just like,
and I'm just gonna mess all y'all up now. I'm just gonna mess all y'all up.
Yeah, that's gonna happen because we have to do the voice. Well, we don't have to,
yeah.
but I'm going to try to do the voice.
Did you guys do the Stoic voice?
Yeah, I tried.
Oh yeah,
I really tried.
Yep. Oh man. Okay, that's funny.
And I tried to do your, like, clearing throat too.
Yeah.
Am I? Yeah. So I don't know how much detail I want to give out, like, on the backstory, but Sebastian plays a very important role in Stoic's life. We just haven't really gotten into it in game yet.
Okay.
But
I may or may not have put an extra adjective before Sebastian. Just saying. We'll wait till it gets there. I don't want to give it away.
That makes me so happy. We all know I have a soft spot for Stoic. That's a given. Yeah. We all know it's true.
Yeah.
But, like,
it was a good story.
It's such a nice story. I mean, like, it's a little lewd and crude, but it's also really lovely. Just like Stoic.
Yeah.
Stoic's constitution is so high. He just got the crap kicked out of him, like, his entire life. So he's like, I don't mind getting beat.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Just eat more stew from the temple. More stew.
That's where that whole, like, bring it mentality comes from.
Yep, exactly. Hit me, I don't care.
But it's so funny too that Stoic remembers that whole experience as, like, a really nice experience, like, at the end of it, because he's like, like, you had such a great time, like, in those couple of healing, even though you got your ass kicked, like, you were just, like, in a nice place. Nice guy was singing you nice music, and it was all really lovely. Like, that's just, like, I don't know, something about that is just so enlightening to Stoics, kind of like what Stoic finds joy in.
Yeah.
Heading horses.
not to take an extra curveball on this, but I don't know why it's very reminiscent to me. I don't know, maybe this is the way my brain works. You're getting into a little tap into the way Chris's mind works. But I'm thinking of Nacho Libre.
I actually, after writing it, I was like,
the monastery.
Yeah.
After writing it, I was like, I hope they didn't like think I ripped that off from Back to the Future.
What?
Oh no.
Because like Biff was always hauling in manure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Actually, what I would have thought probably first is Avatar, my cabbages. Like every interaction.
Oh.
Lovely story.
Well, I'm glad it turned out. It is weird seeing a recording of yourself. I will.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
especially when you go first, like it's
yeah. I'm excited to see who came next.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so Jeb was the first one up after you. So Jeb, we're gonna see your rendition of
Here's my stoic voice.
Here we go.
Is it Bear doing Stoic or is it Jeb doing Stoic?
Oh, it's Jeb doing stoic. I don't get that meta.
I don't know if there's a difference.
That's valid, actually. That's really valid.
That's
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Let's roll that footage.
Greetings. Stoic here. I grew up in the temple, and as a half-orc, you get a lot of attention. I couldn't say anything if I ever, spoke up about it. The high priest would come and, beat the crap out of me. There was this one boy, Kenneth, though. Kenneth was the worst. He would use me as a human punching bag whenever he got a chance. They were kind of rough with me, those paladins. Anyway, part of my job at the temple was the latrine cleaner. In case you didn't know, latrine's a shitter. So, this one day, I'm cleaning the latrines and Kenneth comes up and I just take a chance and step to the side and I trip him. Whew. It was glorious watching Kenneth fall in that shitter. It was amazing. He smelled awful. Well, I hightail it out of there because, they don't like me so much. So I hightail it into the woods. But the paladins, they find me out there. And I couldn't move for 3 days straight after that because they beat the crap out of me. The high priest got a hold of me and he was mad. It wasn't so bad though. For 3 days healing in my room, that old man Sebastian would come in and he would sing songs to me. He would try to heal me. And I guess the lyrics did kind of help. They made me feel a little bit better. But what really made me feel better was afterwards, after I healed and I was able to, walk around. Whenever people saw Kenneth walking down the hall, they all held their nose at him because, it was Kenneth and he fell into a shitter. But, that's my story.
That's 80s rocker Stoic who had 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
I definitely lost it because my voice got croakier and croakier. It's getting worse and worse. Gotta keep going though.
Commit.
It was time accurate because that's probably what Stoic sounded like when he was a teenager.
Oh, that's great.
You revved up the angstiness.
Yeah.
You're becoming more and more Nick Nolte as down the passage.
All right.
That actually tracks you are the Nick Nolte of this campaign.
That was a great Nick Nolte, man.
Combine you and probably Easy and Bear, and you've got Gary Busey. So it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Minus the teeth.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We have a half orc, got the tusk.
Yeah,
so.
we'll just have the tusk, but have him as a full frontal.
Yeah.
That's all of the tusks in the front. Nope, I'm good.
Yeah,
Thanks, though.
Nope. That's what a Sarah kissed.
Hey, she's into it. But Jeb, you did a damn good job with that story.
Yeah,
awesome.
I thought it was pretty accurate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
There was a little flavor added.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was a solid rendition of this story.
Thank you.
Proud.
Improved the voice.
The voice was nice.
It is fun. When we did
constant croaking.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I think Larry had mentioned this. It's fun to hear other people and like what they think of the character through their voice, and like, is that how I see Stoic? I mean, I guess that's how I see him. Just this guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's essentially like Clint Eastwood from Unforgiven. Like he's the grizzled old cowboy that's kind of got all these regrets and
So this is a deep cut, but did you guys ever watch the old Beauty and the Beast that was on TV? Like during the middle of the day?
Linda Hamilton
with what's his face in prosthetics.
Yes. So like that's when I think of Stoic. That's how I like that's kind of how I envision him as like the Beast from the old TV show.
Do you know how sexy that show was? I had a thing for that show, so that makes so much sense why I have such strong feelings for Stoic. I am recreating my Beauty and the Beast 1992 fantasy like nobody else.
What an pure character inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is
like I had to think about that one for a second, but I remember the show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think like how would somebody with tusks talk, and that was the only show I could remember where somebody had like physical fangs in their mouth, oversized, and had to speak. And whenever he spoke, that's what I can't do this. Like that's how he would talk. And so I was like, that must be what people with tusks sound like.
Yep. It's gotta be.
Oh God. Ron Perlman. That's who it was.
Ron Perlman?
That was Ron Perlman? I didn't know
it was Ron
Wow.
Perlman. Our lovely Hellboy. Yeah.
All of our two viewers are gonna be Googling Beauty and the Beast 1992.
There's a lot of weird, like subtle, like unrequited lovey romance, like 90s like cover art where like she rests her head on his chest. It's my young body didn't know what I was feeling, but she knew she was feeling something.
Things are happening.
Things were happening. And so like weirdly enough, Ron Perlman to this day, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I would, if given the opportunity.
No, but it's the deep voice. Let's be honest.
It is the deep voice.
Yeah.
That is such a great reference to build a character on too.
Yeah.
What a cut.
Yep.
And I love that your only reason was because he had tusks. Like that's it. That's the only
reason.
Yeah, that's where the voice and like the mannerisms came from, because I like the characters from other stuff, but I couldn't think of any other references of people that have like, because back then, man, they didn't have CGI, so they just had this huge mouth of makeup. Like,
that's fair. No,
it's some quality aesthetics.
Reason.
Like it's like the prosthetics on Perlman's face are really quality. Like, and that hair with the coif and the poof and the thing, it's A+. It's A+. Oh, now that I know this.
Brings a lot of things into perspective from that last episode.
It really, you know what?
Yeah.
You learned a lot. We grew
a little bit. Just a little
bit.
Well, Jeb, do you have any final thoughts, feelings, ideas on that video? That was a solid.
Yeah, man.
I give that like a 9 out of 10, man. That was
really
good. That was really good.
Good reading.
Appreciate it, guys.
The voice, it was pretty spot on, accurate. Like,
Like I'm happy, but I'm also sad because I want to derail this train. But I'm glad I can do my job correctly.
Don't you worry. It'll get a little derailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. All right. So then, who was after you?
Doug, right?
Doug.
Ooh.
I'm really excited for this one because
I am too.
Doug's. We all know. We know. All right. Then let's roll Doug.
Greetings. I'm Stoic. And as a half-orc, growing up in the temple, you get a lot of attention. Sometimes unwanted attention, but you can't really say anything about it. And there was one kid in particular named Kenneth, who was the worst of them all. And used to bully me and beat me quite a bit. one day, I was doing my duty, which was cleaning the latrine, and I was doing that, and Kenneth came up, and I ducked out of the way quickly and tripped him so that he flew right into the pile of human feces. And it was a pretty glorious moment watching him fall into that. And I ran, but the other paladins chased me down and beat me so bad that I couldn't move for 3 days. And the high priest was incredibly angry at me as well. But my old man, Sebastian, would come in and sing songs to me and heal me. And it actually wasn't so bad spending those 3 days alone healing and listening to those songs. They really helped, and the lyrics helped. But what helped most of all was after I healed up and left, anytime Kenneth would walk down the hallways, everybody else would hold their nose as if he still stank. And that was quite enjoyable. That's my story.
I like how the whole like that's my story is that seems to stick
Yeah,
throughout.
that one. That's the moment that sticks.
Yep.
That's
Latrive and Glorious have stuck, and I'm very happy about that.
But that was the thing. Sebastian is now your old man.
Yep.
Not
He's your
an
daddy now.
old man. He's your daddy now.
That's a Freudian slip there, Doug.
But a weird Freudian slip.
Well, I mean, an old man, my old man, like
Yeah.
it's an easy term to get mixed up. You know?
Yep.
No, yeah, but like
I completely
but,
understand
like,
that.
I love that one small word adjustment changes the whole relationship
Mhm.
with two characters.
And it starts to go down that track of a little bittersweet now, because now your old man was taking care of you after you got the crap beat out of you. So yeah, I think that's why we were a little. Some of us were a little confused. We're like, a sad story. What?
That's fair.
I really love Doug's rendition of Stoic, though.
Yeah.
Love his rendition.
I did
He's
too.
a lot more serious.
Very serious.
We're
Yep.
here for business and business only. Like
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts. It's
Just
like,
the facts.
he's got a little bit more Batman in him now. Listen, Wonder Woman, I know you have a crush on me, but we don't have time right now. We need to solve this. Superman's out in the deep dark of the universe.
Oh wow, okay.
That's how I always envision DC Universe.
No time for love, Wonder Woman.
Won't they?
They won't.
Alternate universe, Wonder Woman, Superman smashing away, having a great time, living their best life.
Kingdom come.
I mean, and to go a little bit nerdy here, in the New 52, they were an item. So,
Whoa.
Oh, I'm aware.
If you guys have not read Injustice, you have to read Injustice. I've got like the whole first volume. I'll let you borrow it.
yeah,
It is
Injustice is pretty legit. I've not read it, but I've kept up with some of the story elements. Yeah.
Did they do the comics after the game? Or is the
Before the
game
the game was based off the comics.
Yeah, I
nice?
was pretty sure the comics are first.
Awesome.
I think the comics came second.
Were they?
I think so. I'd have
Doug
to look. I
Googling
feel
it.
like the game
Listen,
came
one
out
of us
first.
has Google, and we will figure
Yeah,
it out.
Doug's got it. I can see it in his eyes.
But to derail us and then to get back on track of Doug's version, because it made Stoic a little bit Batman-y. And it made yes.
I mean, out of all of us, he is Batman, I feel like.
He is Batman.
He tries. Takes a beating. Talks deep.
Keeps him going.
Emo, very moody.
He's
Like,
broke
after-
Batman. He's broke
Essentially,
Batman.
you're going
He
to be the
ain't got
Robert
money.
Pattinson Batman. Like, you're going to be emo to the.
Oh no! Don't say that! Don't say that!
You watched the trailer
no,
for it?
no.
It actually looks pretty good.
Doesn't look that bad.
Comic was second.
Oh,
Comic was okay, I thought it was.
All right.
King of the
Well-
Nerds.
Well played, Larry.
Well played.
Oh, it's terrible.
He's like, Sebastian was taking care of
That's good.
Oh my gosh, that is very true. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh,
Then
man.
I fear
Not
that
your
I
father,
fear
but your father's
that I
surrogate.
fear who his Robin was in all this.
Oh,
Ooh,
Robin dead?
I'll love to play that character. That'd be fun. Oh,
Die.
man. That'd be so much fun.
Got some cannon fodder there, man. We got something to play with.
I know.
And
Doug
here's,
just keeps taking notes.
here's your team name too in Justice League.
There you go.
Can it be though, guys?
Jen's all
Would we get in
excited.
trouble? Would
I'm
we
not
get
hating it.
nothing but enormous trouble? Because we're still the unnamed team that does the things.
Yep.
That's
true.
why we're now the Injustice League.
We're gonna get
Come on.
so much like cease and desist.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we just be like the uncell swords
The,
Uncell swords.
or the non-cell swords?
the not spell swords.
The not cell swords. That's our name.
that don't call me a sellsword. I've been here for years.
Or that.
One's Not for sale Inc.
I love that. I'm not gonna lie. I love that. It's
All right.
garbage, and I
All
love
right.
every second of that. It's so perfect.
I'm in.
We got a team name now, and you're at first one tell a story.
Sword not for sale Inc.
Not for sale, Inc. But if you will pay us gold, we will take it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to do anything.
We're gonna work on the slogan. The slogan needs.
Yeah.
Here
Listen,
to
I didn't-
help you out for a
I didn't go to
price.
school for marketing. I went to school for slang, so I'm doing what I
For
can.
slaying.
Yeah, for slang.
With
But
you and Asura.
yeah. Yeah, no, like I liked the we've turned him into Batman. That made me
Yep.
very happy.
Kind of. So we got a beat. He's part Beast from Beauty and the Beast from not the specific live action one from TV.
The live action,
Yeah.
the 90s
The
version live
90s.
action.
Partially Batman,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like partially a cowboy of some
Mhm.
sort, and
Yep.
some
And
probably
there's
some
Jon-
several.
Jon Snow in there too.
Yep, that's right.
There is
Jon
some
Snow's in there a
Snow.
little
Yep,
bit.
Jon
A lot
Snow
of
in there.
Jon Snow.
Yep.
Yep.
You just
Clint Eastwood
threw all your
stars
stuff
in
in.
Beauty and the Bat.
Yeah.
There's Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino.
Get
Gran
up,
Torino.
Gran
Gran
Torino.
Torino. There you go.
Yes.
I wanna
Yeah, I
hear
figured
him
there was some
sing
Eastwood.
like Clint Eastwood does at the end of the movie. Where he's like, "Oh my Gran Torino."
I forgot he sang.
Oh yeah, it's like if Bob Dylan smoked for 50 years.
Yeah, but that would just sound like
Didn't he,
Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Oh,
the
Gran
Torino.
Oh my God, that was great.
That was such a good.
That was spot on, man.
Why are we not bards?
Dude, you're a bard next time, Jeb.
Yep.
If you die, you
Yeah,
are a
so-
bard.
Yeah, we're doing a one shot where everyone
We're all bards.
will have to pick a
All
famous
barded up.
musician.
Jeb's got to sing everything like Bob Dylan.
All right.
So long as I can be Rick Astley, that's all I care about.
Done.
I'm just gonna rickroll everyone.
Would be great. Bard Dylan would be great.
Bard
Bard
Dylan,
Dylan,
yes.
Bard
Yes.
Dylan.
Yeah, you can have this inspiration to save the whole nation.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Next one
man.
shot. I'll get him out. I'll bring him out.
Man, Fran said, "Can she join the Celine Dion?" Yes,
Oui, oui,
You sure
oui,
can,
100%.
oui.
Absolutely.
Let's go for
Yeah.
it. I love Celine. Oh, I love Celine. Yes,
That would be quite the bardic troop.
heart will go on.
Mhm.
It will.
Near, far, wherever
Wherever.
you are. Okay, now it's in my head.
Bard will go on.
All right,
I'm
so
not letting it stick.
Doug, final thoughts.
I definitely lost some detail in my telling.
How dare
Yep.
you monster!
That happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
I respect
facts.
that.
He
Yep.
lost detail. Yep.
I got your story next.
Yep.
And I will let you all know now. I technically never actually watched Doug's video. I had it in my ear listening while I was doing something else, and when it was done, I went, oh shoot, I didn't really watch it. I went entirely on audio memory.
Oh,
This is gonna be
So-
great, guys.
You're welcome for all the disrail. This is like just completely disrailing that I may have caused.
Yes. I'm
All right.
in.
So let's roll that.
Okay.
Okay, so I will tell the story of Stoic Songsteel. This is Stoic. I'd like to tell you a story about my younger years. Being a half orc with the clerics, you become someone who's easy to attack, and one person in particular, Kenneth, loved to beat me and make fun of me and attack me. And one day, while I was doing my job, which was cleaning the latrines, Kenneth tried to attack, but I got out of the way and he fell into the pile of feces, which was pretty amusing. However, the rest of them did not appreciate that, and I was chased down and beaten pretty severely, and I was left bloody on the floor, and even the high priest was really angry at what I had done. But my old man, Sebastian, he took care of me. He sang songs while I healed, and those 3 days were probably some of the best days while I was healing. But I've gone and moved on now, but to this day, when Kenneth walks by, the rest hold their noses as though he still smells of feces. And that's my story.
I love it.
Not bad for not actually like really giving 100% focus
Yeah.
to it.
This train is
few
still
details
on
changed.
track. Yeah.
Definitely felt like you were a cop giving a deposition.
It's because that's how I see Stoic. It's like someone who's like is not going to laugh, but will find humor in a thing. So he's like, it's funny. That like as a commentary of the feeling versus having the feeling.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love it. That's pretty accurate. Anger
that's
feels
pretty
that
funny.
all the time.
I really did feel like I was trying to like recite like, so when I got to the scene.
Two females approached me. They were in jeans and a crop top, and I don't know.
I was like, Jeb, where you going with that story?
We're gonna stop right there.
Yeah, tell a story is not that kind of story, my sir.
It could be.
Like, you had your go, okay? This is Stoics.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bye.
The opportunity.
But I also tried really hard to get that the sound you make. Yeah. And like that's literally as deep as my voice is physically able to go.
Yeah, he's got that gravel in it too.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
a nice gravel
sound.
Uh-huh.
I've got these pebbles. I was trying to.
It's hard. It's hard to keep that voice all the time too.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I mean, Jeff was going like with like full slabs of granite and hit it.
Yeah.
Telling you, go hard or go home, okay?
Turned it up to 11.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're still like Larry said, we're still on track. Like it's pretty much Sebastian's now your dad, but everything else is pretty much the same.
Oh,
we still got Kenneth.
Yep, Kenneth made it.
And it's still your story.
Yeah,
I named him Kenneth for the sole hope that sometime in the campaign, Doug will bring him back, so I can kill him.
Wow.
Okay. He's not gonna be like, I killed Kenny.
Oh my god! You killed Kenny.
I'm gonna bring back Kenneth, but he's gonna be like over this big like charity,
Yeah, he changed his life. He changed his life.
Just generous and giving and.
Listen, we're the not sale swords. We'll kill a charity organizer.
No revenge for Stoic, man. No revenge. I can't go bully him now that I'm big.
Turns out to be a really cool dude.
Yeah.
You come across him and he's like, I just want to apologize for all those years that I bullied you.
Oh, I hate
and he just turns it around and makes it this moment of reconciliation, and you're over there just well, you've got your magic weapon out and you're just
no,
you're just angry and you can't do anything about it.
Stoic would look normally like, I'm really angry right now. Really? Can't tell.
Yeah, no, we basically have Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The captain.
Never actually.
Oh, Captain Holt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're they go in and be like, Captain, are you okay? You look really down today. I'm in the happiest I've been. My husband and I went to Barbados for 2 weeks and we just got back. Because he never had any emotion, and so they were always guessing, is he mad? Is he happy? You should get a good mood. I just found out that my great uncle died. Why would I be in a good mood? And it's, oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yep,
So
you're right.
it's gonna be
Stoic. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be Stoic, where we're never gonna quite tell who he's really in.
Yep.
That resting orc face.
That's good. I like that.
It's Roth.
It's constant Roth.
But I think
ROF.
I'm actually really impressed with myself.
I was impressed by it too. Yeah.
I only audio listened to it, and I was like, I hope I'm right.
You were, yeah.
I mean,
Sebastian is definitely your father now. So
I think I feel like you did better than I did because I realized now I'm like, ooh, I left that out. I left that out. Oh, I left that out too. I changed that. So we're that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sitting here just shaking my head, going, oh.
Because you were the last one in this lineup, weren't you?
I'm the last one, yeah.
We got Larry next.
Yeah.
Larry's up.
But also, I really liked being Stoic because I was like, yeah. All the emotions bubbled deep.
It wasn't where I had to try to do the German accent last time. I was well, this is a little bit more all I had to do was drop my voice a little bit and maybe a little gravel.
Gotta relax the vocal cords.
I mean, I was probably a little too nervous to do that when I recorded this because okay, I gotta remember. Okay, I forgot all of it. That's fine.
All right. So then I passed it off to Larry. So Larry's version of Stoic Story, which I am very excited to hear.
Not me.
I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Hey, Stoic Songsteel here. Going to tell you guys a little story from my earlier days when I was a young orc in the cleric order. It wasn't easy growing up as a half orc in the cleric with the clerics. There was a lot of being picked on, and there was just wasn't easy. And there was one cleric in particular, Kenneth. He was particularly mean. He loved to beat me and hit me and kick me and punch me at every opportunity he got. And I remember this one day where I was doing my duties, and my duties at the time were to clean the latrines. And let's just say that he ended up with some feces on him. It was pretty funny to me, but he didn't care much for it, and nor did the other clerics. And they kind of sought revenge on me and kind of beat me up pretty badly to the point where I had to take a few days to heal. And during that time, my old man Sebastian, he sat by my bedside and sang me songs while I healed. And if I'm being honest, it was probably some of the best 3 days of my life. But yeah, going forward, anytime that, even to this day, anytime that Kenneth walks by, the other clerics kind of hold their nose and make sounds like he still stinks, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's my story.
That's my story.
Yeah.
That's my story.
And I'm sticking to it.
Yep.
Story.
All right. I haven't seen Chris's yet, but so far, Larry, I think you've won the Stoic impersonation award.
It was good. That was really
That
good.
was like solid.
Yeah, that was nice.
Good.
Like I said, it
was
wasn't
really good.
like Stoic has my voice is kind of naturally deep anyway, so I just had to drop it a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And you have that Stoic has that emotionless thing, like just presence. That's just me in general. So okay, I'm just playing myself essentially.
Solid.
What a self-burn, Larry.
Wow.
Jesus. Listen, I have a deep voice and I don't have emotions, so I really connect.
boy.
I don't express emotions. I'll say I don't express emotions.
He made a whole career out of playing himself.
Yeah.
True.
Listen. Keanu Reeves may not show emotions, but Keanu has emotions.
Yes.
I mean, Point Break. I mean,
Yeah, Point Break.
Yeah.
going nuts, shooting the gun in the air.
Mhm.
That's as
Yep.
emotionful as
Yep.
you get from Keanu.
Guys,
and still using guns to show emotions to this day.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
All those John Wick movies,
true.
it's just emotion with bullets.
Yep.
I still like him in The Replacements. I don't know if you guys ever seen
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
oh yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Great call out there, man. Oh, I love it.
Replacements. He's really good in the movie.
Yeah, I love replacements.
That's a good
Didn't the new Bill and Ted just come out?
Coming out
Yeah.
soon.
It did. I've been debating on how I want to watch it because I want to see
Yeah.
it so bad.
Yeah,
I know, me
wanna
too.
see it
I really
Me
do too.
I think it's on digital release, but
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
either this week or next week it comes out on digital
Wow,
release.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we weren't supported by, but if Bill and Ted want to support us, I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'm all about it. I mean, if Keanu wants to
listen,
come on here
you're
and
a
do
great
Tele-Story
human
with us,
from every story I've heard, Keanu, you're a great human, cool
Mhm.
person, kind, generous person. My name is Tara. I'll give you my phone number. Just
I'll have a guest star on our show. Like,
That's right.
Yes.
don't even joke. Don't even joke. Don't even imprint that in my mind that could ever happen. I would lose it forever.
yeah. I mean, I will give you, I guess, a little cut on Valen here. I originally tried to model some of him off of some Keanu.
Yes.
Nice.
Work that well because it's just hard to model after perfection, that the perfection that is Keanu Reeves. So you
That's
you can
true.
only support
If you
substitute.
can get the whoa in your vernacular, like
Whoa.
like if you can get that whoa in there, like you embody
Whoa.
that. Whoa. Yeah. And you gotta have to back up while you do it. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
it cracks
really-
me up that like he has been in several iconic movies since Bill and Ted, but he still can't shake off the whoa.
Shake off the
True.
wall, man.
I mean,
No.
he even said the line in Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it in Matrix. So
They can't run away from it.
mhm.
Wasn't he also a bad guy in? There's another deep cut, Three Ninjas.
Was he?
Was he?
Oh,
I think he was a bad guy.
I don't
in Three
think he's
Ninjas.
It's been
in
a
either one
while
of
since
those.
I've seen that. I mean,
Well,
that's
the
an
first
early
thing is
90s
I'm
deep cut.
Google.
I'm about 90% sure Keanu is
he
a bad
plays
guy.
a bad guy. He did this like B flick karate movie that's like subtitled, where he like runs a evil death tournament.
What?
Oh yeah, this is a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. It like he like wrote it, produced it, directed it, and starred in it. Like it's fantastic. That's the only villain role I think I've seen him in.
I need to learn more about Keanu Reeves, honestly.
I thought he was in this movie. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think he's not in the
I don't
first.
see him.
His
For
like
half a
thing
second
is-
when I saw that picture, I thought that was JTT, and I was gonna be like,
JTT.
Jonathan Taylor
I know there's two.
Thomas.
I think there was three Ninja movies. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah, there were a bunch of them, but I thought he was in the first one.
Surf Ninjas is better.
Yeah.
Oh, Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas is the best movies ever. So underrated.
Listen, I'm the only one who can say brave but controversial things that Digimon was better than Pokemon, all right?
Whoa.
Can't
Still
come
not
stealing
sure.
my fire here.
Still don't think so.
Oh man.
Oh.
I feel like this is a rabbit hole of like early 90s movies that are
Let's do it.
You know,
we could go down this rabbit hole very quickly for a long
yeah. I've got some like stored right here, like ready to go of some bad early 90s movies. Suburban Commando, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
you're welcome for that one.
That deep cut. Oh, that was a deep cut.
Mm-hmm. I still remember that trailer being on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the VHS, when that was one of the trailers that was on there. I remember that. Yeah.
That's deep.
All right, Larry, you may be the only one. You may be the only one old enough for this one. Has anyone ever seen the Pirates of Dark Water?
I watched a few. It's a
The
cartoon
13
from
Treasures.
the 80s.
This is an old cartoon. It is
I used
like
to have action figures from that.
They had a video game and everything. It is fantastic.
What is it called?
Like it still holds up. Pirates of Dark Water.
Pirates of Dark Water.
This is back when like kids cartoons had like legit storylines and like some dark stuff.
Yes, I remember these images. I don't remember watching this, but I remember these images.
It is like a super drama, like dark for kids. It is wonderful. It's like Dark Crystal. Like,
yeah, because that tan dude with blonde hair. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Crystal. I loved it. Guys, did anyone? So, okay, we're about to get way off tangent. We probably need to get back. Has anyone seen the new Dark Crystals, the Netflix?
Yep. Really good. Really good.
Way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was not prepared. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's my digression because I know we could end up on that tangent for years.
Oh yeah, we could have an entire stream talking about this stuff.
We could have a whole stream where we just talk about our love of like.
Sure.
And honestly, most people would probably be like Fran, like I don't understand a lot of these references.
Fran, I love you to the ends of the universe.
It's okay. We're old and nerdy, so.
Also, but Fran could pull out stuff that's like all Quebec that I'd be like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. Fran's over here like she's reacting on the right now. Fran, I love you so much. But yeah, okay. So Larry, beautiful work. Great rendition of Stoic.
Thank you.
As our resident Stoic says, you have been the preeminent Stoic thus far.
Yep. Appreciate that.
So golf claps all around.
Apparently, I can do voice as well because I got props for my easy last time. So
that's true. You did good easy.
The German.
Proud of myself.
Larry's. We've been sleeping on Larry. Turns out that he's the one who can like show up for all of us. Then Larry, expect great things.
It'll all fall apart next time. It'll all fall apart.
We're all gonna call in sick one night, and you're gonna do a one-man show, like everyone's voices.
Yeah,
it's like changing hats and
that's exactly what needs to happen.
Just keep changing chairs. Just, over here. Over here.
That's gonna be amazing.
I love that. All right, so Larry, you passed it off to Chris to wrap it up. Chris, I so rarely get to hear you without like in the character that isn't the German accent. So
that's
I'm
not
very
German.
excited.
I know.
Yeah, I'm very
hard
excited.
to see him as anything other than easy.
Yeah, it really is.
I love that. All right. Chris.
Hello there. This is Stoic Songsteel. I'm going to tell you a little story about my younger days back at with the clerics. Now, this story does define me. It dates back when basically growing up as an orc in a clerics group is not always the best situation to be in, but I kept to keep my head down, got beat up from time to time, just trying to keep the nose clean, but sometimes people just don't like you being something different. So I was doing my duties one day. And that was mainly to be cleaning the latrines. And a guy named Kenneth, who was not a friend of, came up and decided to pick on me and decided to gang up me and beat me up pretty good. One day I decided while I was cleaning those latrines, I'll, let's say, return him a favor. And let's say he just happened to get some fecal matter on him. Kenneth didn't find that too funny. I feel others might have. So I decided at that point that was pretty funny. And of course, some of the order didn't, and I got punished for it and beat up again pretty badly enough where I needed to be bedside for about 3 days. Thankfully, I had someone who was looking after me, good family cleric named Sebastian, sometimes known as Little Sebastian, sing me songs from time to time. And that was probably the best 3 days of my life. Him sitting by my bedside while I was recuperating, and him singing beautiful songs. But even to this day, Kenneth is made fun of. People tend to hold their nose and agree that he stinks from time to time. So I think I got the last laugh. Stoic out.
Yes.
Oh,
I give my title of best Stoic impression over to Chris.
man.
That was pretty legit.
Oh man.
Oh,
That was pretty awesome.
That to me sounded like the old retired Stoic who's giving like a PSA to a bunch of kids, like, listen, don't end up like me.
He's going
scared
to
me a little
prison
bit.
and
It
he's like,
sounded.
don't end up like me.
I was trying to tap into Logan,
It sounded like a Unabomber manifesto.
Old man Logan, man.
What'd you say, Danny?
I said it sounded like the Unabomber's manifesto.
Whoa! That took a turn.
I tried to be part of society. I really did.
I really
God.
did.
Oh god.
Oh man.
That took a turn.
Yeah.
It did take a turn.
Oh, that was good.
Approve.
Oh.
Fran
Was
help
out
it.
here. Fran was out here like wait, let me go back and read it. The good family cleric Sebastian. I was like, I would 100% watch that movie.
The good family cleric.
The cleric Sebastian.
Little Sebastian.
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself.
That's why we love you, man. That's why we love you.
It was so perfect because honestly, I didn't even register. I didn't even register that. And so
It was the only way I remembered it. It was the only way I remembered it. I was like, "Oh, little Sebastian!" He's singing "Little Sebastian" to him as Sebastian.
1,000 candles in the wind.
Oh, that was so good.
Man.
Oh man, that was good.
I mean, you
That was a good closer.
You changed Sebastian back to what he was. He wasn't his old man. He was a friend or
family. I put down family, and somehow it got back to 3 days, even though you said 2 days or a couple days. I said,
really?
A few days. I think I said a few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which a few days is 3 days.
Is 3. So.
Yeah.
I thought a few was. Oh yeah, right. A few is 3.
Yeah.
Yep. Somehow I subliminally knew it.
Definitely the most intact a story has stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying in the beginning. I was like, oh man, this is more together than
I really think it's because of the story. Not because of the details, but because I think somehow all of us can relate to that story at some point in our lives. And so it's easy to I know how this goes. Bully, I do something, I get my ass kicked for it, but it's worth it.
I mean, considering that we're all kind of geeks in our 30s, we grew up in an age where you were the outsider in a lot of instances. So, there's some resonance there with my geek heart.
Although I will say I was a bully for a little while because I for my age, like I was much larger than everyone else. Because I'm like, you can't tell from the square, but I'm 5'10", and I got tall early in life, so I had some like power against some of the younger boys, especially. So,
oh, you big bully!
They made fun of my weight, and I made fun of their faces.
Nice.
Revenge.
Got
Revenge.
It.
Yep.
Just
Nice.
keep working on it, and eventually you'll grow out of it.
Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, no.
I've been waiting to grow out of my face for years, man. It still hasn't happened.
But yeah, no, we're all little nerdy misfits. So
it fits.
Also, this is not a read. This is not a belittlement. There was not as many details to have to like keep track of.
Yeah,
like true. Fairly linear. Yeah, we definitely did lose a lot of the good details, especially with like sugar and stuff like that. Like I'm sad those all left, but like the essence of the story held pretty strong to the very end.
Yep.
So yeah, you told a good story, Dan.
You did.
Thank you.
The fact that we made it to the end with it is a credit to the storyteller. The start, because that's like a lot of us try. I think some of us try to intentionally trip people up with some stuff, and then others just have a naturally kind of detailed story. But yeah, I appreciate it. Makes me feel smarter.
Well, then I will be extra sure to fuck that up next week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Tara.
So you're gonna bully us next week, is what you're saying?
Yep, I'm gonna bully you so hard. I'm gonna add words and phrases, and I'm gonna.
Oh, are you going next, Tara?
Yep, and I'm gonna speak some language you don't understand.
I'm not attempting that accent at all. Like
a sort of a pool.
No,
you can do it. You can do it.
I want to hear everyone do her accent.
Please at least say a sort of a pula. If nothing else, just say my name.
It's gonna go horrible.
It's gonna sound like that angry Russian. Musenskvel. Yeah. Boris and Natasha, fearless leader. If you can get that yourself.
I cannot do a Russian accent for anything.
I mean, technically, Asura is not a Russian accent either. She's whatever ambient noises that my mouth makes. Listen. Doug sent me a like an MP4 file of like a relative dialect, and I said, "Oh, that sounds cool. I'll just make words come out of my face," and it has been rapidly devolving ever since.
Getting a little bit more Russian with each session.
It gets very Russian-y as it's gone on.
I feel like
especially when she gets angry.
It's the strongest of the accents that play into that, so it's just easier to.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
evolve.
When she gets very mad, she's very mad.
Lots of vodka.
Oh, no, healing hands.
Yes, give me the healing hands now. Which is, I love the fact that we have still called it healing hands. I can't put that on the universe.
Sexy healing hands.
We've ruined it.
Yep, you're welcome, Wizards of the Coast. It's now just sexy healing hands.
It's just now sexy healing hands.
Yep.
Good luck.
Well, it depends on the hands that are being healed.
Okay, so it's just healing hands. Yeah.
Yeah, they may not be sexy.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
That's true.
But they are with Stoic.
I've never given a lot of thought to what Stoic's hands look like. Sexy is not what comes to mind.
They're big, they're thick, they're sexy.
Oh, that's dirty.
There you go. Now we know.
That's not a mental image.
Sorry about it.
Calloused.
Yeah.
Chipped.
Listen, so long as you've got short nails, I'm okay. Just don't grow them out. Sorry about it. I'm so sorry. That took a dark turn. Okay, we're back. But yeah, Chris, seriously, nice work.
Yep.
Seriously, that was so good. So good.
All
right.
I was excited to do it. And and just a little caveat into my life, I stay up late way too long, and so I did it like at 3 a.m. And Larry could attest, he got the message at like 3:50.
I mean, I was asleep,
like
but
half a tired. I was like, all right, this is gonna be perfect time to do Stoic. I'm tired. I've already got the low voice already because my body was exhausted that day.
Yes, and then you've perfectly embodied Stoic. Stoic is just perpetually just tired.
Tired all the time.
Just the weight of it all.
Beat up all the time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get for being
a bit of a method actor. Okay. All right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
We don't want to interrupt the process. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it took me like a good 4 days to get out of the Stoic mindset. I was like just really, just deadpan to everyone around me.
I would love to see you like at the drive-through. You're like, I would like a double order of hash browns and a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Yeah.
and the nuggets. Yeah.
And a Diet Coke.
Pulling over another worker like, I don't trust that server.
I asked for extra lemons and I only got one. It just like takes out the giant mace and is like, it's like whoa, dude, you get back the lemons, come. All right. To bring this bad boy full circle for this night.
Yep.
Having gone on this beautiful journey together, let us go back to the beginning, where it all began. The original version.
I gotta watch myself twice.
Yep, you gotta watch yourself twice. This is the bargain that was struck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sold our souls.
Right.
Greetings, Stoic here. So I'm excited to tell you a story about my youth. As you may know, I grew up in a temple, and I was the only half-orc in that temple, and, well, kind of drew a little bit of attention, especially from one boy named Kenneth. He was a young paladin, and him and his buddies would take every chance they could just to treat me as their human punching bag. And I took it for the most part, because anytime I'd fight back, I'd end up just getting beat by the head priest for acting up. I mean, they did take me in, so it was a little tough. But there was this one time when Kenneth decided to sneak up behind me while I was cleaning out the retrieves, which if you don't know, is a shitter. Well, it was nasty. And he snuck up behind me, but I saw him coming. I moved out of the way and I tripped him, and he fell face first in the big old bucket of turds. And it was glorious. It made me so happy, but he was not happy with me, and I took off running. I ran, stayed out overnight in the woods. Couldn't stop laughing the whole night, but then some of the other paladins found me, brought me back to the temple, and, well, I couldn't move for probably about 3 days after the head priest got done with me. Still worth it. That, and it was kind of nice because for the 3 days that I was held up in my room, the only person that's nice to me, this old man, Sebastian, one of the priests there, he would come in and he would sing to me and told me, that the music would heal me. And it did, I guess, in ways. I mean, it was awful nice, but still, best day of my life, man. That guy, even after I healed up and came out, every time he walked through the halls, all the other guys would hold their nose. And, well, it made it worth it. And that's my story.
I have to say, I'm disappointed turds didn't make it further.
No, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah. I wish it could have gotten to me, because it's a fun word. It's a fun word.
It is a fun word.
Big old bucket of turds.
Big old bucket of turds.
Bucket of turds.
You can't say it without putting a little twang on it.
Oh yeah.
Big old bucket of turds.
Bucket of turds.
So there's so much like little nuance at the beginning that we kind of lost, because there's like this, I don't even know what to call it, but it was like I was being looked at and ridiculed because I was different, but it took me in, and there was a sense of like I couldn't really fight back because they had taken me in. They had already done so much by taking me in, and like that little nuance nugget before the story really kicks in, I'm like, ooh, all right. There's like got this like guilt obligation-y type feeling that he like, or he deserves what he got because they were already doing so much for him. I was like, let me into that psychology.
You were very much getting into Stoic right there.
I am very much. Well, basically, so what I've been, so I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I like to take notes and lots of, so every story that y'all have told me up until this point, I like take notes about like your what I think your character is like based on this information. Because I literally have like private journal notes on all of your characters.
Yes.
Right, Freud.
And like all of the and like all the interactions that we've had and like things you've mentioned casually, I like type into my like little private notes.
Yes.
You got files on all of us.
I do. I've got files on all of you.
Awesome. Love it.
It's gonna be. You're gonna pull out something like, when did I say that? Oh, you said this back on this day in this context. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, like very casual things that y'all talked about your histories. I'm just like, when I'm not in the room, but the two of y'all are talking. I'm just like, but I even make note that I didn't hear it. So I'm like, it's in the universe, but I didn't hear it. That's psychopath when it comes to notes.
Keep it for metagaming.
Mm-hmm. For all those metagaming moments.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like, that's so good. It's such a good story.
Mm-hmm. I say good job. Like, good job everyone for tonight, but also just overall so far. I think the stories have been really, really good.
I know I've really loved this process. Like, and I'm really grateful y'all have been on this journey with me, because I really was like, there's so many things about our characters that we either won't have time to divulge, or like they're just like little nuggets of life that we won't get to see. So it's just nice to get to know everyone individually outside of like our team dynamics, and see where like y'all came from to where we are now. Because I think some of us have changed a lot since from then till now, and some of us have really just like continued on those like emotional trajectories that y'all were on from like your previous stories. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm going back to think about Chris's story about like the first time he ever used the magic missiles, and now it's like it's like one of the staple spells.
Yeah.
His character now.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
But it's also like interesting too, like how like casual and cavalier you already were, and like how like flamboyant you already were in your youth with your friends, and then how you grew as you got older. Like I love that. I think it's cool. I hope other people do.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I have a whole new appreciation for Easy. I think that I just didn't know enough about the character before, because in campaign, like in game, I feel like your character's the most mysterious out of all of us, because you just haven't revealed anything really.
Not much.
All we know is that you're from Vesperwind. That's about the extent of it.
Yep.
And then
he wears his heart on his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He's like an onion, you see? No.
Or an ogre.
Or an ogre. Layers.
Yeah. Or an ogre. Lots of layers.
Onions have layers. Ogres have layers.
Exactly. I just love all of this. I love all of this. Makes me so happy. Like,
it's been a fun process.
Bear has always been Bear and will always be Bear. Like, there's something about Bear that is just like solid, dependable. Now we've learned about Stoic. There's like a sense of just, like there's a more bubbling under the surface that we don't see. I love that.
I'm just glad that you get so much out of this. I've just been listening to you, just like, really, like, okay, like, I'm impressed that you have gotten this much out of this.
Oh, man.
I love it. I love it.
This
is, but I mean, like, okay, so like because I've spent so much of my life as an actor, like, this is the stuff that I do. Like, you take your character, you take your script, you take your stories, and you really mine like all the like, bits and pieces that like make them from just like two-dimensional things to like fully realized humans or half orcs or half elves or
Tieflings,
like
all the stuff.
Yeah, like there's like things. I love it. Sorry, I could go on.
I think it's great.
I'm excited. I'm excited to actually get yours, just to hear that story, because it's going to be. I imagine it's going to be intense.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, not super intense.
Oh, but Astora's got some stuff. I want to
She's got some stuff.
I
And
wanna,
like it was hard to narrow it down to which story I would tell, because I could have told the story about like just before I met y'all, which was my original intent. But I was like, nah, I want to tell a story about like Sarah long before that moment happened. Who she was way before that. So my story is like way before any of that stuff happened.
It's like story number 3, because I have a feeling that there's been many iterations of Asura through the years. At least that's the feel I get from her.
She's also very young. Like y'all forget she's actually a very, very, very young tiefling. she's still very much in her youth.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, she's like, what did I set her as? Like 20?
Okay.
21? I think that's what I set her as. I know at one point I said 28 and then I backtracked. But yeah, like she's very young.
Well, that
she walks around being very experienced, but she's not.
that explains a lot between her and Stoic, because Stoic is 30, but he's like 15 going on 30. Like his age is 30, but mentally, like he's not been out of the temple. Like he has no experience with people. So
I just love this. I love this. I love getting to know all of us as actors and as characters, and yeah, it's solid. All right, so that means then that I go next, and then it'll wrap up with our dear sweet Doug.
Cannot wait for his either.
No, I cannot wait for that, because
we have nothing. We don't know what to expect. It could be anybody.
Anybody.
Or several anybody's, honestly.
Or several.
Like it's,
yeah.
True.
Telling a group story.
Yeah.
Well, now that I've made Velik and Idrith canon, that story. Now that I've shipped them, and I didn't even mean to do it. I want to see that happen. No kidding. Make a request. So this was super fun. I really loved this. This was really great. Anybody final thoughts, feelings, anything?
No.
Great. Good job.
Yeah.
Great.
I loved every second of it, as usual.
I've enjoyed all of these. Yeah. So
I kind of I simultaneously don't look forward to and look forward to doing these every time.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Scare-sided.
Yeah.
Scare-sided.
Yep. Like, oh, I get the file. I'm like, oh no, I have the file now.
I know it's the scariest moment when it delivers to you. You're like,
yeah, you get the little notification like, oh no,
it's here.
My time has come. Then you do it and you're like, oh, that was
it's like Buffy.
What?
I said it was like Buffy, like you became the chosen one.
We didn't hear that part. The video cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I realized that, and I was just like, I just had like the worst frozen moment too.
Like, it's funny because you said it was so buff, and it's like you start buffering. It's like, oh, it's appropriate.
Nice.
You're welcome. Well, knowing that my camera is starting to die out.
Yep.
Now that this flood is still coming in. Yeah, for those in the area, we've got some flooding warnings. So
fun times. Sure, it's one of those
so
hurricanes that
again,
rolling through.
It's it's the season. 'Tis the season. La.
Tis 2020.
So my dear friends, as always, it was an absolute pleasure. I'm so happy to hang out with y'all tonight. We'll be back next week for another episode of Everwind Chronicles.
Yep.
And then after that, we'll have Asura's story. So yeah, and is Fran still with us next week?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. So Fran will be back next week to continue our lovely bard journey with her, which I love. And yeah, thank you. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you guys.
Nice and chatting with us on the Twitch.
Yep. It's fun.
Bye. Good night. Love
See you next week.
Night.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Love you guys.